who's come out today. My name is Legislator Dr. William Spencer. I happen to be privileged to represent Huntington and the Suffolk County Legislature along with my colleague Steve Stern and Lou DeMauro. So we're really excited to be here today. I am joined, we're sitting here to the left by our wonderful supervisor for over a generation here in the town of Huntington, a dear friend, a partner, and someone who I credit with being here today. Thank you, Supervisor Trump, for being here. And also our wonderful town board members, Susan Berlin, who's worked very carefully with this community, and Tracy Edwards, who has really initiated this beautiful resource center that we're here today having this event. So before I get to the conference itself, I really feel it's important to go around the room and recognize all of the different organizations that are here. And hopefully by that time our county executive will be a little bit closer. But I did want to mention that Justin is here representing Lou DeMauro, and he's one of the three representatives for Huntington. So where's Justin Lido? Oh, there he is. Justin's on the side. I do want to recognize Dee Thompson, who was supposed to be with us, and it's always important to recognize Mother Dee, who's part of everything. But we see that Ryan Porter from Renaissance Downtown is with us, and he's been instrumental in this planning process. I see Bob Conti from Senator Marcelino's office back on the left there. Also, for our technical expertise during this conference, we have John Donovan from the Suffolk County Department of Public Works, and he's back in the corner, and he can answer any technical questions that you may have. Brian Finnegan from Assemblyman Lupinacci's office. Thank you, Brian, for being here also. Andrea Bonilla from Source the Station. Bob Fondi, who is representing our presiding officer, Dwayne Gregory. Also Steve Rossetti, who is an advocate for Huntington Station, but also a former board secretary for the Suffolk County IDA. We have Huntington Matters, which has really made a huge difference in terms of their passionate advocacy. We have June Margolin and Matt Harris, our former Huntington Station bid president, and also a longtime community advocate. I see Keith Barrett is also here. So I know if the room of this slides are making that many introductions. Thank you. And Jake Shiner with Congressman Swazi's office. So thank you very much, Jake. Congratulations to our new congressman, and we're really going to need his help. So I hope he's watching us here. With that, let's see if I forgot anyone. Jimmy McGoldrick. Where's Jimmy? Sorry. How can I forget Jimmy? So Jimmy, thank you. Jimmy's everywhere. So the reason we are here today, I'm so excited. What a really wonderful opportunity. But we are announcing approval by the Suffolk County Legislature to invest $1.25 million in planning for infrastructure for Huntington Station. But that $1.25 million is only the beginning. Already slated in the capital budget, there's $20 million for construction in the years 2018. And what this money is looking to do is to help build sewers from the train station south to the Simon's Mall property. Now, why are we here talking about sewers, and why is that important? Well, we know that sewers are the backbone for any vibrant community. And if you look at Huntington, Huntington has a very proud history. A vibrant community, a bustling downtown. I think in the 50s and 60s, I was talking to Linda Guido. She indicated that the Huntington train station was the end of the line. There was a Woolworth, there was a hotel, it was a vibrant, bustling community. And it's continued to have a very proud history, although over the years we have seen our challenges with loss of businesses And one of the big reasons that there's loss of business is because when we look at developing and building our community properly, sanitary flow is really important. Huntington and Suffolk County, we are way behind as far as our sewer infrastructure is concerned. In fact, we are less than 30% sewer compared to New York City and New Jersey. And our county executive, which you'll hear from shortly, has made that a top priority along with our partners and as partners in the legislature. So putting in sewer infrastructure will boost our local economy. It will create jobs. It will increase property values. It will diversify housing opportunities. And it will allow us to transform and revitalize the Huntington Station hub area. So this is really exciting stuff. So we are proud to have partners in the town and in the community that have been working on this for a number of years. And the county, we are only one partner in that process. So we're looking to build on our robust history to support our businesses. We also have a train station that is a substantial asset. We talk about the brain drain, where we have our young people that can't afford to come back and live, who can't find good housing. But when we put this type of infrastructure in place, then it's going to help us combat the brain drain and keep our best and brightest right here. So this has been an ongoing effort that has included multiple stakeholders. And at this point, I'd like to introduce our great supervisor for the town of Huntington, Frank Petrone.
Thank you, Doc. My fellow board members, elected officials, representatives, it's an honor to be here. I'm going to be speaking for at least 25 minutes because I have been in hibernation for 1 month today. And I'm out of hibernation. But I certainly am excited to be here. What a great time to show up together when we talk about Huntington Station. This has been a long, long haul. And it's been a long one for all of us. I mean, I know I've had my hand on this for over 15 years. And all of us should be congratulated. Community members, advocates, everyone. You've screamed, you've hollered, you stamped your feet. You've got involved, you put up. You were people that gave of yourselves. And you know what? That's why we're here today. Our legislature has been wonderful. Our county executive has been wonderful. Everyone has seen the need when we look for partners for Huntington Station revitalization. But everybody knew this was going to be a most difficult task. Many things had to change in this community. Many minds had to change. Many minds had to open up. Many people had to begin to see the need and why Central Huntington is Huntington Station and why this is so vital. But we all are doing our things. We've all worked very hard. We have various projects we've partnered on. Columbia Street, the county was very good. Through a grant, they helped us buy the property. They paid for the property, actually, for that veterans project that's just about underway. The plaza is moving. The plaza moved. Our Gateway Plaza will be having the redevelopment with some 66 units of housing and retail and restaurant. We have various projects that we're involved in. Our hotel is still alive. That is still alive, depending upon the state and working with the state for them to release through the federal government the necessary land and the parking fields that will be necessary for that project, for our veterans housing and lofts programs, and for retail and office space. So it's been a long haul, but it's been worth it. Renaissance Downtown has been working hard. Ryan Porter is the project manager. We want to thank him because without them, we would not be here today. We're just ready to embark on a project with them. There will be a new edifice right on New York Avenue that will include, again, the units of housing and retail. That's just about ready to start. People said it's not going to happen. Steve Ballone said it can happen. That was talked about a lot. Legislator Spence said it would happen. Legislator Stern said it would happen. Everyone banded together. The community, the bid, G. Thompson and the Huntington Station bid, moved closely together to make sure that we never gave up. Our state delegation has been very helpful and is helpful, especially through the great offices of Carl Marcelino, who has been very, very helpful in trying to get us the state lands and move us into the grants that we so much need and deserve. So, ladies and gentlemen, we say thank you today. We say thank you for the county. The commitment came from Steve Ballone well over a year ago that he will put these dollars in the capital program. And he and the legislature made it happen. We now are going to have a study under the way, and we're confident that that study will verify that we can do it. We can do it. And once we have sewers in Huntington Station, the development can pop. No good development can be done without it. Environmental concerns and laws permit us to go forward only if we really have a sewer system in place. So today is the day where it's another beginning. We've seen many beginnings with this project. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen? We've never seen an ending. And we will only see an ending once the project's fully complete, planned, and the development is on its way. I look forward, as Steve Malone looks forward, as our legislators look forward, and our town board members, to cut many ribbons in Huntington Station. And each one of them is a great thank you to all of you. God bless. God bless our county executive, our legislators. They're right on the market. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. We are now joined by our county executive, and he's been working very closely with the town and with the legislature from day one, where he has made putting this vital infrastructure in our county a top priority, because not only does it put the infrastructure in, it also protects our environment. He's made water one of his top priorities. Our county executive, Steve Ballone.
Thank you very much, Legislator Spencer. It's an honor to be here with my good friends and colleagues from the town of Huntington, my partner, Supervisor Frank Petrone, and Susan and Tracy and the entire town board, the great work that they have done here. Of course, to be with my colleagues, Legislator Steve Stern. I want to thank him for his leadership. And of course, we're in Legislator Spencer's district, and I can tell you he is very persistent in working to get particularly infrastructure dollars into his district. And it is an easy thing to do when you have great partners like him and Steve, and then for all of us, and I can speak to all of us from the county perspective, when we have great local partners here who have been doing the difficult work. Because the hard work, the difficult work is bringing people together in a community to coalesce around a plan, a vision for the future. You know, it's often easy to get people together to talk about the problems that exist in a place, and there's problems everywhere. But what's hard to do is to get people to come together and focus on how do we plot out a positive vision for the future that will do great things while addressing the issues that we're all concerned about. And they've done that work here. They've worked with the community. And, you know, that work's not done. That work is never done. But from our perspective, when you see a community come together under the leadership here that we have in the town of Huntington, and work together and develop plans and build a plan and do great community-based planning, then we want to support that at the county. We want to help make that happen. We want to be a partner and help provide the resources necessary to implement that plan. Because at the end of the day, what that means is when Huntington Station is moving and fully realizing the community vision, that's good for all of us. That's good for everyone in the county. And we will put infrastructure dollars, we will put investments in the places that are doing that difficult work, that are doing great community-based planning. So I'm very happy to be here today, and the last thing I'll say is, what's happening here in Huntington Station is, as I said, not just great for Huntington Station, not just great for the town of Huntington, but for all of us in Suffolk County. The key for us, and we've discussed this before, the key for us to create economic growth and prosperity that helps everyone in our community is to bring young people back into the region, that will allow us to create high-paying jobs, to build an innovation economy, which will help us all. The key to doing that is what's happening here in Huntington Station, building vibrant places in downtowns around connected to transit. And that's why this investment is so important, not just for here in Huntington Station, but for all of us in Suffolk County and all of us really on Long Island. People are watching what's happening here in Huntington Station. People are looking at this. And, this is in many ways a model of what we need to do. And to the extent that we can support moving that forward, we're going to continue to do it. And, and I'll have no choice because I have Legislator Spencer behind me and Legislator Stern, who are nonstop advocating. So it's a great day. It's a great day for Huntington Station, but it's a great day for all of us in Suffolk County. So thank you.
Thank you, Steve. And he has been one of the best county executives as far as really having an eye towards the future and working with us as a partner. My big brother, my colleague, he's been fighting this battle long before I came on the team. This is his last year, and this is part of his legacy. But Steve has done really great things for our veterans and has had a wonderful record. So my colleague, Steve Stern.
I love how Doc refers to me as his big brother in the legislature, as he's towering. But today is a very special day here in Huntington Station. And Doc, thank you. And it's great to be with all of my colleagues as we make this special announcement today, which is an important step in the continued effort of the revitalization of Huntington Station. We could sit down and we could meet here for a week and talk about all of the issues and all of the challenges that are so important to us, not just here in Huntington Station, in the town of Huntington, but all across Suffolk County and all across Long Island, how vitally important it is to provide housing for our young people and innovative housing for our older neighbors and support our local downtowns and provide the environment for economic development and doing all of those things while protecting the groundwater beneath our feet and the water that we drink, which is a vitally precious resource for all of us. But you can't have any of those things unless you have the infrastructure to serve it. And that's particularly important here in Huntington Station. And so this is an important and exciting step as we continue in the process, all of us at every level of government, and most importantly, our partners in the community, that have all come together. Again, this is the way forward to make sure that we implement the vision for revitalized Huntington Station, which is important not just to Huntington Station and its residents, not just to the town of Huntington, but as the county executive said, to all of us throughout Suffolk County. The implementation of the vision for now and for generations to come. Thank you.
Since Renaissance and Source the Station has been such an integral part, I do want to invite Andrea and Ryan to please join me here at the podium. We have such a small number of electeds here. I know that there's expediency, but to have Councilwoman Susan Berlin and Tracy Edwards, who are here, I want to give them the courtesy of also expressing words of greeting.
I want to thank everybody for being here today for for continuing to support Huntington Station, not only my wonderful colleagues in government, but all the community people here. Doc Spencer said it right. This is the future. This is the step we need, the infrastructure we need to move on to the next step. So I congratulate my colleagues in the county for putting their money where their mouth is. And it's a wonderful thing, and it's just the beginning of all the great things that are going to continue to happen at Huntington Station. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I never thought that becoming an elected official that sewers would be so fantastic. But they are. And I want to just thank the county executive and legislator, my brother Spencer, and Stern for all of the continued perseverance and consistency that they have. Because there are times that people come in and out of communities and they don't follow through. But what you see here is a continuation and a follow through. So I'm very proud to be here, and I want to thank the supervisor for continuing his legacy with this effort, because it's very, very important. So thank you very much.
Now, some technical details, and just very briefly, from start to finish, this feasibility design will take about 12 to 18 months. So this money that was approved was $1.2 million that was approved in December in the Suffolk County Legislature. Steve Ballone actually directed the monies to be out of the Startup New York program, and it's using those monies in the direction that they were intended. So the county is sending out award letters, and the town will send back information so that we can execute a grant via an intermunicipal agreement. The economic development